Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I'm Glenn. How you guys doing? And it's Sunday, so it's a faction focused Sunday. So let's get into it. Today we are taking a look at the Averni, one of the few Gaelic tribes that is available, and I know you should be able to play another 2 or 3, but that's one of the DLCs I'm missing. So today it's the Averni. And here we have the passives. We have a plus 20% melee attack for all CAF units, which is absolutely awesome. Warrior Society, a pretty handy little thing as well. Plus 2 public order for every war against a neighboring faction. Can be really handy since most of your wars will be neighboring factions. So that is always like a standard 2 public order you'll get. Plus 20% wealth from all industrial buildings, good to know. And moderate diplomatic bonuses with all barbarian tribes. That is very interesting to see what you can do with it. Like, you could go both routes. But let's take a look on the field and I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, so here we are on the campaign map as the Averni. And as you can see, we start with one settlement, which is a minor settlement, which is kind of bullshit. It kind of sucks. You start with 2 buildings and the opportunity to build a 3rd one, which probably should be your enclosed land since you don't have any food. One thing to notice straight away is you get a gold mine, and plus we have plus 20% wealth from all industry buildings, and we get this is plus 200 wealth from industry, and you're gonna get even more. So the 20% would be still in this. So income is pretty okay, actually. It's not that bad. Looking at our diplomacy, you can see a lot of same blood, so a lot of options to join our confederation. But there are a few that hate you, like the Volcae hate you, and you start war with a Dewey, which is Berbrekti, which in the campaign they always have, so probably the game pushes you to go towards that point. You do have one ally. Those are the Pictons, which you have a trade agreement and a defensive alliance with. Also same blood, so you could see if they want to join your confederation at some point. Yeah, military wise and expansion wise, it pushes you to go towards Berbrekti. The shitty thing is it doesn't really give you a good expansion option, although you could get the Pictons surrounded, which might make them more easily converted to your, joining your confederation. The other option you would have is go towards Bergala, and that would mean you do have your settlement or your province mostly completed. And from there, you can always take Tolosa and Massilia to take the bottom half of France. And with this, and you take the top half of France, then you have a pretty decent consolidation over here, giving you access to Iberia, Italy, and maybe even Britannia if you want to. So a very interesting route to go. Military wise, you are gonna struggle with the Averni. This is your basic option, is Celtic Slingers, Celtic Youths, which are pretty decent for javelins, but they're not just that great. You get the Levy Freemen, which are very decent at throwing javelins, and other than that, they're pretty shite. Once you start building this Artisan Lodge, which is your first tier building, you do get the ability to get the Celtic Warriors. So as per usual with the barbarian tribes, the Bronze Workshop is where your troops are. Stage 1, you get your Spear Warriors, and these guys are able to make Spear Warriors as well, but the rest is just nothing. So Spear Warriors, a bit of an upgrade versus your Levy Freeman, may be able to hold a little bit better with a 60 melee defense, 65 armor, comparing that towards the Levy Freeman with 55 and 45. And maybe, what was it, like double the attack? Yeah, a little bit better attack as well. So, a decent holding unit. And then tier 3 is where you get your mostly decent units. Chosen swords and the chosen spears, both decent, but still look at these. Melee attack 34. Your Hastati or your like Principes I think have about the same, so you're gonna struggle even with these guys. And then tier 4 you get the Spear Nobles and the Oathsworn, and this is your absolute tank of a unit, which is also most of the time your general. Over here you do have the ability in the Woodworks to get Gaelic Hunters, which is an archer unit instead of your Celtic Slingers, alongside with the Ballistas and just your basic artillery. And the horses are of course in the horse pens, which give you Celtic Light Horse, Heavy Horse and Noble Horse. Very decent cav units. Light Horse is pretty weak with the 15 armor, but still decent. And you don't forget you still have that 20% extra attack for all cav units, which is going to be added over here. So yeah, the Noble Horse is definitely your strongest unit. So you have a very limited option of units. The only luck is you can't pretty much spam units in the beginning because they are fucking cheap. Like your Celtic Warriors are 75, 60, 50, 75 and 60 upkeep. So your armies cost jack shit. So you are able to like really push along here and just go balls to the walls, get a ton of Celtic swords, just to take on Bibrecti at a fairly quickly rate. You do have some mercenaries, mostly the Light Horse and Celtic Warriors. So yeah, I think that's most of it, since you have pretty much, you start with a very small empire. It doesn't leave you too much to it, and with Averni you will definitely have your challenge. Like in the beginning of the game you'll get pitched towards units that are basically the same. Once you go towards Iberia or Italy or Carthage, mostly Italy and Carthage, you're gonna struggle. Even the hoplite factions over here are gonna be difficult if you don't have the tactics for it. So I would say that this is indeed a very hard starting place, and a very interesting, pretty hard challenge campaign if you want to try it out for yourself. Like This Is Total War would be, that would be pretty harsh on you here, but a very interesting one. So I think that's all I possibly could say about these guys. So if I did miss anything, be sure to let me know, and otherwise I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.